Could Arsenal really be back in for Michael Olise? Yes, people, welcome back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you want to be kept up to date with daily Arsenal transfer news vids, you're in the right place. You have to subscribe down below on my road to 4,000 subscribers, and importantly, hit the bell notification button so you never miss a future video on this channel. And please let me know your thoughts in the comment section regarding Michael Olise's potential move to Arsenal. Let's get straight into the tweet brought today by Dobbo stating this: Arsenal still in the market for one more signing as it stands, likely to be a versatile forward. Outgoings remain the priority currently. More movement is expected soon in that respect. Maybe something else, but that will be if the market opportunity presents itself. So why Michael Olise, right? Because obviously a versatile forward could be a striker, a left winger, it could be a right winger. Well, we know Arsenal in the market for a player that can back up Saka. That's been clear and obvious. Saka is a fantastic winger. In my opinion, I think he's the best right wing in the Premier League. Better than Salah right now, on current form. But Saka for 38 games, it's a risk. Because if that boy gets injured, we've got no one that can play his position. Yes, Reece Nelson, but even he's playing out of position from a left wing to right winger. So Michael Olise makes perfect sense. Obviously, Kudus is an option as well, but we know what's happening with Brighton potentially interesting, and see what happens there. Brighton already agreed to deal with Ajax. Olise is an option that, if you pay the money, you can get him. Simple as. And he's going to be a little bit cheaper than Kudus as well. I'm hearing around £35 million. Now, we already know that Olise's release clause of 35 million has garnered a lot of interest. He's Premier League proven, only 21 years of age. In my opinion, I think he's got a good chance of being young player of the Premier League next season. I think he's a fantastic winger. Naturally left-footed as well. For me, he plays very similar to Jack Grealish, and I think Arsenal do need that. Someone that can receive the ball deep and carry it. Yes, he'll be a bit creative. Yes, he may make some mistakes, and he's not the fastest player in the world, but he's very tricky. He's a set-piece specialist as well. And I think he ticks all the boxes for Arsenal. Someone that isn't going to demand to start games, but can come in and be a very good, adequate replacement for Bukayo Saka in certain matches and come off the bench and fill some needs as well. So for me, it ticks all the boxes as potential signing. We know Chelsea, Man City are also interested as well. But here's the thing. Man City are now currently locked in with talks for Lucas Paqueta from West Ham United, right? And here's the thing. Paqueta ain't going to be cheap. We're talking about 70, 80 million pounds. Why not if they're willing to spend that much on Paqueta is beyond me. I think he's one of the most overrated players in the Premier League, to be honest. I don't know how he starts for Brazil with the likes of Bruno Guimaraes in that midfield, etc. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, Man City want the player. And if Man City want the player, it's going to be a negotiation with West Ham. West Ham already just sold Declan Rice for 105 million. They want to sell another one of their top talents for 70, 80 million as well. They will have to if the player wants to go, but they're going to make it tricky. We saw how hard they made it for us to sign Declan Rice. That saga lasted 1 month at least. And there's a newsflash, there's not even a month left in this transfer window. So if Man City want to get Paqueta, it's going to take some time. So that's them momentarily out of the equation, because that's going to cost a lot of money. They can't go and sign Olise now and still try and get Paqueta. So I think we're right on that front. Chelsea's a tricky one, right? Because Chelsea seem to have money to spend. They're scattergun approach. They can sign 4 players at once. Like, their shopping basket can be with like 4 or 5 different tabs open at once, and they'll find a way to get it over the line. But the thing is, Chelsea have just gone in for a hijack to try and sweep Romeo Lavia away from Liverpool. They bidded 48 million for the Southampton man. Southampton's still holding out for 50. But that's a real big sweep from Chelsea, because it looked like Liverpool were the only team really in for him. Of course, Arsenal had interest in Lavia in before, but we seem to pull out now that we assume Thomas Partey is going to stay at the Emirates long term. So it seemed Liverpool were the only team in for him. But they were dilly-dallying. They bidded 35, rejected, 40, rejected, 45, rejected. Chelsea went, all right, first bid, 48 million. What you saying? It's yet to be rejected yet, but Southampton holding out for 50, so let's see what happens there. Either way, Chelsea are preoccupied as well. That gives us tunnel vision, a straight line. You can see no one in sight for Michael Olise. It's whether Arsenal want to take it. Now, as Dobbo correctly stated, us signing for David Raya for only 3 million is perfect. It means we've got funds available, and Arsenal are targeting a versatile forward. A left wing doesn't really make sense, given we've got Martinelli and Trossard. That's sorted. A striker could make sense, but we've got Jesus, we've got Havertz, who plays as a false nine in the Community Shield, and we've got Eddie Nketiah, so it doesn't make sense to get that. The only position that really makes sense in my eyes is a right winger, and that would be Kudus or Olise. Those are the 2 options available in the market. And obviously, if Kudus is going to Brighton, which we don't know, it looks like that deal's stalled. I produced a video yesterday on Mohamed Kudus. Feel free to check that out after this one. Then Olise makes sense. Other way, I'd be genuinely delighted with either. If we get either Michael Olise or Mohamed Kudus, I would be absolutely delighted. Obviously, you could ask, oh, what do you want between them? Some will say Kudus, some will say Olise. But I think they're both brilliant options. And they're both only 35, 40 million, which in this day and age is a bargain for 2 young players, 22 years old and 21-year-olds, respectively. Versatile, genuinely abundance of talent and potential as well. Really good potential players for Arsenal. Super, super happy if we sign either of them. It's just about getting it over the line. Sales have to be first. I'm hearing potentially Arsenal could get some loan deals out the way. Marquinhos to Nantes, apparently. If he goes, fine, but it's only a loan deal. Matt Turner's already gone. Austin Trusty's already gone. What's happening with Pepe, Cedric, Holding? Are they going to be out the door, etc.? So I do think we need to move the chains to get some of these players out the door, because we do need to sign these Olises and stuff. But at the same time, you know you have to sell to fuel the funds. Thankfully, signing David Raya on loan for only 3 million is a fantastic business, because it means we barely spent any money. Signing Raya isn't even like signing a player this window, because we only spent 3 million. It's negligible, right? You probably save that in wages. So I think that's a fantastic signing. You can make 3 million back in less than a week, in like 2 days if you're Arsenal Football Club. So it means we've got the funds available to make our fourth signing, if you look at it that way. Obviously, David Raya is our fourth signing, but let's say our fourth blockbuster signing in terms of the money spent. And I want it to be a right winger. So let's see what develops. Of course, I'll be keeping you guys up to date with Olise to Arsenal news, Kudus to Arsenal news, and any other players Arsenal are linked with. I do think Arsenal will only target one more player this window. I mean, obviously the tweet says that maybe something else, but that will be if the market opportunity presents itself. And yeah, obviously, like, if Mbappe becomes available for 20 million, you're going to try and make it happen, right? But saying stuff like that, it's improbable. It is. That's just the way it is. I think get Olise or Kudus over the line, and I'm really happy with our window. For me, that's a really good window. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. If you can sign Kai Havertz, not the greatest, but good utility player. Urian Timber, who I'm a massive fan of that kid, by the way. Urian Timber, that Community Shield performance, it had me on strings. I loved watching that. Declan Rice, who we know is a world beater. Biggest signing on the transfer window in terms of Premier League clubs, full stop. Then you're looking at David Raya, brilliant goalkeeper, can compete for the number one and potentially be the number one for Arsenal Football Club. Then you're looking at Michael Olise and Mohamed Kudus as well, a versatile right winger, backup to Saka, competent backup to Saka as well. You're looking at a 10 out of 10 window. Ship out some deadwood, which we've done already. Matt Turner's gone, David Raya's come in, for example. Austin Trusty, fair enough, didn't have much game time here, but we're ruthless. Money in, get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? If we could do that, I'm delighted with the Arsenal transfer window so far. Now, Edu's done a fantastic job. And yeah, I've been harsh on Edu. I see the comments, I do. You guys saying I'm being too harsh on Edu, I'm being a bit too cruel. Maybe I am, but I just want the best for my football club. And if I'm looking at it and I'm thinking you're not selling players quick enough, I'm going to come out and say it. I praise when I think you should be praised. I criticise when I think you should be criticised. That's how I see it. And right now I'm praising Edu. The deal for David Raya, fantastic. Genuinely, 10 out of 10 Edu. I clap you for only signing him for £3 million this window. Gave us opportunity to sign another player. I love the fact you got Declan Rice over the line. Same with Urian Timber and Kai Havertz. Yeah, sure, I'll back it. But if you can sell well, Edu, and if you can do that right and bring in Olise or Kudus, it'll be fantastic. It'll be absolutely fantastic. You've well earned your pay grades. Have a rest for the next 4 months till the January transfer window. That's what we're asking for if you're Arsenal fans. So yes, I see your comments. And I appreciate everyone's opinion, man. Please do continue to leave them if you disagree with me. But yeah, I'm just wanting the best for my football club. And at times, I think Edu hasn't sold quite well. But if he manages to sell good enough, that'll do me. Because sales only there to supplement transfers coming in, right? So if we can sell enough to buy, that'll do me, man. It's not my money at the end of the day. If you can sell enough assets to bring in Mohamed Kudus or Michael Olise, so be it. I'll be absolutely delighted if that happens. As always, I'll be keeping you guys up to date with Kudus news to Arsenal, Olise news to Arsenal, anyone else that's linked to Arsenal, so make sure you stay tuned, subscribe down below. If you're a big time hardcore Arsenal fan like myself, which I'm guessing you are since you made it this far in the video, consider becoming a channel member. It's the first link in the description and you get access to previews to Arsenal games, every game this season, including this one right here between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, the first game of the season. You do not want to miss it, so make sure you become a channel member. First link in the description. Drop a like down below this video, gets out to more people in the algorithm, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Take care.